Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Stupendous Wave, and in this video we'll be talking about Jurassic World 2 Dilophosaurus and the prospects of it appearing in the sequel. Now, as everyone who's been on my channel for a while knows, I was almost certain that the Dilophosaurus would be appearing in Jurassic World. Now, it did appear in some fashion or another. It didn't physically appear, but it did appear as a hologram, and it scared off one of the velociraptors. Now, before we get further in depth to this discussion, I do want to remind everyone that I have a podcast/superhero channel down in the description down below. So if you guys want to check out my thoughts on some superhero stuff, maybe some other movies, I recommend you go down there, subscribe to that channel. I'd really appreciate it. So back to the Dilophosaurus. Now, I know a lot of people don't like the idea of militarized dinosaurs, but if you think about it, the Dilos would be a good choice for that. I mean, we saw that they're fairly aggressive. Now, I know the Jurassic Park Telltale game isn't really considered canon at this point, but if you watch that game, the Dilophosaurus sequence is one of the most difficult parts to get through, or if you play that game. And also, in the first movie, we saw that even that little juvenile Dilophosaurus attacked Dennis Nedry, because we do know that that is a juvenile, because the one in Jurassic World was like velociraptor sized, which I assume is how big they will be getting. I know they can get bigger in real life, anywhere from 23 feet long and over 1,000 pounds, which is really heavy, and we're not gonna see that in a Jurassic World movie most likely. I know to general audiences, they see the Dilophosaurus and they think of the littler one, and I think it was very smart to give us more of a medium-sized one, because it wouldn't shock audiences that much, because it's still like, you can obviously tell it's a Dilophosaurus in Jurassic World, but it doesn't shock audiences when they see it and they think it's even a brand new dinosaur or just some kind of mutation. So I think that's smart. But yeah, as far as militarized dinosaurs go, the Dilophosaurus, like most dinosaurs, are perfect for it. I mean, they have that spit, and maybe they don't even directly introduce the Dilophosaurus into combat. Maybe they take the Dilophosaurus spit and they integrate that into some type of a weapon. I think that would definitely be interesting, and a good way that can blind people and really cause paralysis over time and eventually kill them, which is very interesting and scary to think about, because Dilophosaurus spit would be one of the ways that I would not want to die at all. It was very painful for Dennis Nedry, although he was eventually attacked by the infant Dilophosaurus and eaten. So if I had to bet if the Dilophosaurus was going to be in a movie, I would say I'm fairly certain that the Dilophosaurus will be in the 5th Jurassic Park movie, because it's already an iconic dinosaur and it's had one real on-screen appearance where it was physically there and not a hologram, which is really interesting and that I like. And it was even mentioned inside the gyrosphere that they did have Dilophosaurs in the park, which I thought was really cool. I thought, sitting in the theaters, like, yes, they have a Dilophosaurus, and really excited that we might possibly get to see them. We even know that they were on the gyrosphere track somewhere, because why would they mention it there and not actually have them there? But alas, we never got to see them in the film physically, but they are there, which does give me hope. And my kind of reasoning is, if the Dilophosaurus was in the park, we have every reason to believe that it was one of the embryos that escaped, and that we could be seeing it in a future film, possibly even one of the embryos that is speculated to have escaped in Henry Wu's briefcase, or in one of the big old cases that the ACU soldiers were removing. Now, another thing that people are talking about is this whole mystery hybrid thing. A lot of people think that it's a mix between a Pachycephalosaurus and a Dilophosaurus. I personally can see the Pachy more than the Dilo in this mix, but it's still a very interesting possibility. If we can imagine a Pachycephalosaurus Dilophosaurus hybrid in the sequel, that's already very scary. Like the hybrid, we never got a great look at it, but it's still really interesting looking, and I'd be interested to see exactly what that's mixed with. I wouldn't be surprised if it had Dilo DNA in it, and I think that would definitely be cool. But on their own, I would like to see a big group of Dilophosaurs, and not just one, because in the first movie we only got to see the one infant slash juvenile, and I would really like to see a whole bunch of them attack people. I think that would definitely be cool. Again, from the Telltale game, being one of the scariest and most difficult sequences in that entire game, I found that to be very, very interesting. So I think a pack of them attacking someone or multiple people would definitely be cool. There were also like supposed leaks that turned out to be fake, that they would be attacking the ACU soldiers. Again, there was a Lego set from Jurassic World featuring a Dilophosaurus, and it's even in the novelization of the book. So I believe that the Dilophosaurus was originally supposed to be in Jurassic World, but then was cut and given a much smaller part. But what happens with sequels is people will take what they weren't able to fit in the first one that they really, really wanted to. And if I had to bet, I would say that the Dilophosaurus just barely missed the cut of appearing on screen on the film. And what filmmakers will do is they'll take what they wanted to do in the first movie and they'll put it in the second movie somehow. Now, I'm not asking for the Dilophosaurus to be a main dinosaur. Even just give it a role as small as it had in the first movie. That small little appearance by the Dilophosaurus has made it one of the most iconic dinosaurs ever. Just that one little appearance from Jurassic Park. So yeah, I don't think that it'll be the main dinosaur again, but I do think that it will show up to some extent, and I'd love to see a group of them varying in size. We could have some adults, we could have some infants, we could have some juveniles, all attacking a group of maybe armed people. We can have maybe attack the military, have them attack like a truck, something like that. I think that would definitely be cool. So yeah, leave your thoughts in comments down below. How do you guys feel about the Dilophosaurus appearing in Jurassic World 2? Are you with me? Do you really want it to happen, or do you want another dinosaur to kind of take its place? Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the superhero/podcast channel down in the description down below. Subscribe to this channel and have a great day.